Selamat datang di podcast Minal Muhtadiin. Podcast ini ngobrolin hal-hal seru, bermanfaat dan juga bisa menjadi jalan menuju kebaikan.
Aku Hayi.
Dan aku Januar.
Dan aku Rafa.
Dan aku Ilham. Nah, biar teman-teman makin kenal, silahkan kakak memperkenalkan diri di pendengar podcast Minal Muhtadiin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kanako Fatimah. My real name is Kanako. Fatima is my Islam name. I'm from Japan. I'm originally from Fukushima. I'm happy to meet you all here in Bali. Today I'm going to share my experience as a Muslimah in Japan.
Apa sih yang pertama kali bikin Kak Fatimah tertarik sama Islam? Waktu itu ada momen spesial atau cuma rasa penasaran aja?
So I think the reason why I got interest to Islam is maybe Malay people. So when I went to Malaysia, as a traveler, then many people helped me. And one episode there is actually I lost my phone in smallest state in Malaysia, which is Kuala Palis. And since I lost my phone, I missed my bus to go back to KL also, but the time was already 12 midnight. And then when I went to one small restaurant in that small town, there was one family who helped me, and they don't speak English also. I don't speak Malayu that time, but they were willing to host me for maybe 2-3 nights. And I asked them, why do you trust me? I'm just no one from Japan. And then they were like, because in the Quran it says be nice to foreigners, be nice to neighbors. That's why we are just try to follow what Quran teaches us. That's how I get to know about Quran, and that's how I started feeling like I want to know Quran more.
Masya Allah. Sebelum masuk Islam, gimana sih pandangan Kak Fatimah tentang Islam? Apa tantangan atau pergulatan batin yang paling berat waktu mau jadi mualaf?
So before I convert to Islam, my view of Islam may be a little bit negative. It's because I was in Japan and I was always watching news, especially about Taliban and ISIS and ISIS, I think. So 2 Japanese journalists were killed by them, ISIS. That's why my image was like terrorists sometimes. But when I went to America and also when I went to China, alhamdulillah, I had a lot of Muslim friends there, and through them I found what news saying is not true. So then I slowly start to understand Islam is actually the religion of peace and love and forgiveness, because whatever happened to us, they always say, oh, this is a test from God. The way they think is very, very positive. So yeah, after I have some friends from Islamic country, I really start feeling, this is a way to have peaceful mind, and this is a religion of forgiveness and love. My challenge when I want to convert is I was afraid to lose my friend, because in Japan, drinking culture is very drinking is part of our culture. So even like when I go to company, then sometimes we have a dinner, and that dinner most likely we have drinking together also. So yeah, I was a bit afraid that if I say like, okay, I'm not gonna drink with you anymore, maybe they feel distance. And still now this is my struggle also, because I'm not confessing to many people that I converted to Islam. Many of my friends, they don't know I'm Muslim. So yeah, whenever they ask me to drink together, I don't say yes. So I feel a bit distance from some Japanese friends actually. This is my struggle. But yeah, alhamdulillah, now I'm happy without drinking. So I still want to keep in this way. And inshallah later, if my imam is strong, then I want to confess that I'm Muslim.
Masya Allah.
So one more thing that I want to add about before I convert to Islam, what was my view of Islam. Yes, I said it's a bit about like scary. It's I think because education background maybe. So when I was, I think, elementary school or junior high school, I do remember that we had a class learning about religions, not only Christians, about Islam and world religions. And then when teacher talk about Islam on textbook, I do remember that teacher said Islam is based on Quran, and then Quran says eyes for eyes, this for this. So when I hear that, I feel like, wow, it's very scary because Islam is a religion that have to revenge. But when I become Muslim actually, and then I read Quran, I found out there is continue, not only eyes for eyes, this for this. Actually, it says, but if you can forgive, you will get more pahala, more reward. So then I felt like, wow, what I was taught in school is not fully true. It's a bit biased, I would say. So I'm happy that I found out the truth, and I'm really thankful that many of my Muslim friends who teach me Islam not by word but their attitude, the way they live.
Setelah jadi mualaf, apa hal yang paling sulit dipelajari atau diadaptasi? Ada nggak pengalaman lucu atau unik waktu belajar wudhu, sholat, atau ngaji?
Well, maybe food, especially because in Japan we do love pork. So in Islam, babi, pork is not allowed. But in my country, most of instant noodle or sometimes even cake or chocolate can be haram. And before I become Muslimah, actually I thought the only thing I cannot take as a Muslim is alcohol and pork. But actually, after I become Muslimah, I noticed that gelatin could be also haram if it's based on animal. And sometimes milk can be haram because emulsifier. I'm still learning, but this is the hardest thing living in Japan as a Muslimah. Yeah, really, haram is everywhere in Japan, not like Indonesia or Malaysia. So yeah, this is the hardest thing I would say. And other things, unique experience when I learned about Surah and reciting Quran. Okay, so when I learned Urdu for the first time, I didn't know how to take Urdu order because I couldn't really remember all in the first time, right? So my sister was next to me and teaching me step by step, like one, this, two, this, and then doing that. And when she said, okay, put the water in the mouth, I put it, and then we're supposed to spit out, right? But I didn't know, so I, okay, Bismillah, I niyat, wudu, then minum, and keep drinking until my sister said, mana air? Where is water? So that was my mistake. And other thing is when I revert to Islam, I learned Salat by YouTube very first time because closest masjid from where I used to work was 2 hours by driving. It's very far. It's not easy to go there every week. So I learned how to Salat by YouTube, but the one I watched was for men. So I didn't know there's for women and for men. So for 1 year, maybe I was doing men version Salat, like Allahu Akbar. But women, Allahu Akbar is enough, right? I didn't know this one also. Also Quran, I didn't know I cannot touch during my period. And so I used to touch a lot. I mean, I used to study. I'm studying also, but I used to really rajin mengaji walaupun saya even though I was during period. So that was also my mistake. And then another one is puasa. So during Ramadan, women cannot continue fasting one period, right? This one also I didn't know that. So very first time I try fasting, I just full continue 30 hari, 30 days, including period days. So yeah, many things that Malaysian or Indonesian know as common sense. Sometimes I don't know anything. So yeah, many mistakes actually.
Masya Allah.
Gimana respon keluarga atau teman-teman Jepang di Jepang setelah Kak Fatimah masuk Islam? Ada support system yang paling berkesan?
So of course, some people support, some people don't. And most of my friends are okay. Maybe because my friend can speak English and they have experience of living abroad. Or many of my Japanese friends are actually mixed blood. So they are not really judgy. Well, I'm not really confessing to anyone, but I confess that I'm Muslim to two of my best friends. And they are totally okay and they support me. And they are happy hanging out without having alcohol. So I'm really glad that I have them still now. But of course, not everyone can accept that I'm Muslim. I mean, some people not really good reaction, I would say. So I still remember when I talked why I liked being in Malaysia and traveling in Malaysia, because one of my friends asked me in the car when we were going to somewhere, and then I said I was I was inspired how Malay people live, and I was so inspired also how they maintain their mental health. They are so positive, and I found out maybe they believe God. Maybe that can be a key. And then he asked me, so is this religion? And I said, yes, it's about Islam. And then this friend, he said, oh, but Islam is a religion of killing people. He said that. And I was shocked because actually he was teacher before. Teacher can think like that. So what about kids in Japan? Maybe if I was student and he was teacher, definitely I wouldn't think good dimension of Islam, because teacher taught us like that, right? So this one it's a bit shocked. But yeah, Alhamdulillah, most of my friends who I confessed, they are very okay. When I hang out, they chose a halal restaurant, or we go out, not dinner time. Instead, we go to lunchtime so that we don't have to drink. So I'm appreciate that I have such a nice friend who understands me well. And some of them, Alhamdulillah, they go to masjid with me because they want to learn, they want to know why I love this religion. So yes, inshallah, later, if my Imam is strong, I want to show the beauty of this religion, but not through by word. I don't want to be pushy through my behavior or attitude. I don't have to talk like, okay, Islam is beautiful, or I don't have to talk, you should be Muslimah. In that way, I think they will hate Islam more. So I just want to follow what Quran teaching us, and then maybe they will see me. So then when they ask like, what is the key of peaceful mind, or what is the key, why Kanako can think positively, then that time I will answer, okay, actually because it's Quran. So yeah, inshallah, later, one day, this time will come. So how I feel when I worship in this masjid is inner peace. Before I became Muslimah, I felt like my emotion was like roller coaster. Sometimes it's really high, sometimes it's really low. And when it's really low, actually I used to rely on alcohol. Maybe because it's culture also, but well, that was my habit actually. I was a heavy drinker, especially when I was a student. After like 2021, I was young. But now, after I become Muslimah, I have time. I make time for Salat. So even Salat is just 5 minutes. It really helped me to keep my mind peace. Before, I didn't make time for myself, so I was busy with everything and messed up. Sometimes when I mess up, just drink. And drinking is not helping to solve problem, but only temporary helped me to forget some problem, few hours when I was drunk. But the next day, I wake up with headache, very bad headache, and then problems still remain. But now, when I have a problem, I try to Salat. Sometimes I get answer, sometimes I don't. But it's important to have time for myself so that I can calm myself first. and then move on to the next step. So that's why when I have time, I like to go to masjid and pray in masjid, and also opening Quran randomly, and sometimes there's an answer from there, some verse. So yes, I'm happy that I came to here in Indonesia as my vacation, and such a beautiful mosque is everywhere here. So yes, thanks to having this masjid and my Ramadan, I'm happy that I could Tarawih, right? Tarawih. I could Tarawih here in this masjid in the last few days in the Ramadan.
Masya Allah. Terima kasih sudah mendengarkan kita.
Terima kasih kepada Kak Fatimah karena sudah memberikan pengalamannya. Jangan lupa melihat episode selanjutnya.
Di Minal Muhtadiin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.